Hello again. Some unkind people have suggested that putting somebody from an immigrant family in charge of immigration might well be compared with putting a fox in charge of the hen house. I do not say that I agree with this, but it's certainly a view which many people hold. Even those who disregard the Home Secretary's origins and study only the effectiveness of her policies are forced to concede that far from taking control of this country's borders, as she once promised to do, she appears to have abdicated all responsibility for them. Never before have our borders been so porous, and never before has immigration, legal and illegal, been running at such astronomically high levels. Last year, 950,000 residence permits were issued for foreigners wanting to live in this country. That is almost a million people coming here from abroad who will need somewhere to live. All will expect medical treatment and so on. I dare say that they'll want to use public transport and water and electricity and so on. Roughly half that number, at least, will stay on to live in Britain permanently. These are students that will come here from Hong Kong or India, say, or people coming to work on temporary contracts. And once they finish, they'll simply stay, they'll send for their families, and hey presto, in the course of time, they'll become British citizens. That is about 500,000 new people a year who will live here permanently, who will all require houses, schools, water, hospitals, and so on. Priti Patel, far from clamping down on immigration, has increased it as much as she is able to do. Many more people from India and Hong Kong will be coming here next year as a result of deals which she has agreed to. Immigration is set to accelerate. What about the illegal immigrants? All those little boats coming across the channel. The report, which has now been presented to Parliament, and to which I give a link in the description to this video, makes depressing reading. The gist of it is that border force are hopeless at stopping illegal immigration, and they may even be making the situation worse. Their policy of running constant search and rescue missions, effectively acting as a taxi service and picking up as many illegal immigrants as they can find and then bringing them to this country, is obviously not deterring anybody. Why would it? That's not the worst of it, though. A big part of the Border Force's responsibility entails preventing illegal drugs and firearms entering the country. They seem to have given up on this because they are too busy hunting for immigrants who they can pick up and bring ashore. They do not keep a watch for smugglers and so on, one of their main reasons for even existing. Why are they not stopping immigrants from crossing the channel and freeloading on us? Let me quote from the report. Page 43. Border Force Maritime should not be providing an ongoing search and rescue function in the English Channel. Turnaround tactics should be available to deter migrant crossings. Taking any given tactic off the table is unhelpful where one of the desired outcomes is a deterrent effect. All legal and operationally feasible options should be on the table. The government should maintain the option of turnaround tactics when it is safe and legal to do so. Gosh, what about that? Anybody think that this is worth a try? Priti Patel is quite the worst Home Secretary I can remember. One of Boris Johnson's many faults was that he filled his cabinet with visible minorities to show how right on and with it he was. I have no objection at all to people with dark skins having posts in the British government, nor to women filling top roles. The only thing I ask is that those people are going to be up to the job. The shower that Johnson promoted are manifestly not up to the job. Priti Patel may well tick all the boxes as being both a woman and a visible minority, but she is absolutely hopeless as a Home Secretary. She's certainly not the person whom I would have chosen to control immigration to Britain.